we'll just say this is his face. Bam, 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 bam. Here, punch him to the face. Then I have the little leg kick here. But he's going to continue moving forward the whole time. Boom. I don't care if I actually make contact with his arm. That doesn't matter. He can be fast, because if you're going to punch someone, you're not just going to go boom like that and leave it out there. I'm not a moron. I don't think that. Bam, they come back. Bam, they come back. I'm not going to make contact with that arm, most likely. I'm definitely not going to grab it. That's ridiculous. Anybody who thinks that they're going to grab a punch is either fighting somebody who's really slow or they're flash. You're not going to grab that punch. I don't even want to grab that punch. What I go for is the object that's not moving nearly as fast as that arm. And it's connected to the arm. It's the shoulder. Boom. I make contact with the shoulder and I slide down the arm. That's what I want to do. So let's just say, here's his shoulder. That's his shoulder right here. There's his punch coming out. Alright? As he comes, this is the technique I'm practicing. But in a realistic technique, what I'm doing is I'm going to come up and I'm going to touch his shoulder and I'm going down his arm. Then I'll bring it up. So I'm here, and as he punches out, what will really happen is this hand will come out, hit the shoulder, come down, like this. Then my hand, once I have contact with his arm, this hand will come in and lay up against his arm. If it's still there, it doesn't have to still be there. I'm still putting my hand up. It's, I'm sure there's some kind of block. I know boxing, boom, you bring your hand up here like this, okay? That's all I'm doing. I'm just practicing that. So the hand comes out, hits the shoulder, slides down the arm. Now, whether the arm is out or coming back, it doesn't matter. As long as I got contact with the shoulder, my hand hits the arm as it comes back. It doesn't really matter if it's coming back at that point because I've got contact with it. Once I touch you, I've got you. That's my philosophy. Once I touch you, I've got you. So, it can come here, then here, then I punch. Or, I need to put something up here for the head. I use this as the head. This is realistic right here. Boom, 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 punch. Okay? Whether or not somebody in the universe out there that's watching this has something to say against it, which I'm all for, you giving me negative review. I don't necessarily agree with it most of the time. Not that I'm great, but most of the negative review comes to the fact of, oh, that was crap. Well, I understand you feel that it's crap, but if you're going to tell me it's crap, let me know why it's crap. Maybe it's actually something that I can actually work on to better myself in a way that I feel would enhance. Because what I do is for me. I don't do techniques. I don't show these techniques the way they're going to work for you necessarily, because I don't know how they're going to work for you. I'm not a set form person. I don't believe, no matter what style you study, I don't believe that one way fits everybody. That's why one of the reasons I do not care for Kata. They teach one way of doing something. It's a set form. Anything that's set in stone, in my opinion, is not good for me. So when I show these techniques, if you don't like them, which I can understand because most people won't believe the way I believe, they won't train the way I train, and they'll think that what I'm doing is either incorrect crap, stupid, or whatever else. But for me, it works. It works for me the way I do it. I can cite many reasons and many practical applications as to why it works for me. I'm not going to, but for me it works. What I'm trying to do is show somebody what works for me, and hopefully I can spark some kind of cooperation, or even somebody to come over and train with me. You know, I would love to have people come over. I have people come over sporadically. I'm generally trained by myself, and I just wanted to get that out there. So the technique, realistically, if I were to do it as I would do it in the street, which you should do. You should do it exactly the way you're going to do it in the street, because if you do it in the dojo one way and think that you're going to go out on the street and do it a different way, you're wrong, because it won't happen. You'll do it exactly the way you've trained your body to do it, because you won't need to think about it. Your body will do it, because your mind says, this is how I've done it, this is how it works, this is how I will do it. So you want to do it the way you're going to do it out there, in here. For me, bam. That's how I train in here. That's how I'll do it out there. All I can say is, from experience and practical application, I know, for me, it will work out there. You may not think so, but it will. So, practicing the technique. What you're doing is you're coming in and making contact with the shoulder. You will slide down, and you'll be on the outside of the body. You're going to be on the outside of the body. This is the person right here. I'll be standing on the outside of my opponent. This is what you're actually seeing when it happens right here. This right here is this. Alright? As they punch out, or I should really say before they even punch, as soon as I realize they're going to punch me, and that brings us to not looking a person straight in the eyes, like, no. Right here along the shoulder